Greetings, folks. It's the Miami Football Fanatic here, and today for this Dolphins video, I'm going to be breaking down the Dolphins defense, just our outlook heading into the season, and just a preview of each positional group, and just our defense as a whole, and just discussing each player and just breaking down the depth chart. All right, so let's get this started. Okay, so starting up with the trenches, the big men up the front, defensive tackles. We got Ndamukong Suh and Davin Gotcha. Ndamukong Suh, we know exactly what to expect from him. He's been one of the best defensive tackles for the past 7 years. He's an all-pro. He's a pro bowler. Just an absolute beast down there for us. Terrific against the run. Gets pressure on the quarterback a lot. Just an absolute man-child down there. He's just tremendously strong. One of the strongest guys in the league. He's just commands double teams all the time. If he's left blocked one-on-one, he's always most of the time he's going to win that matchup. So we know what to expect from him as Dolphins fans. Just going to be a beast for us again this year, and I think, and you know, all those skills aside, he's just incredibly reliable. He's very durable. He hasn't missed a game with us or in his whole career. He plays like 80% of snaps. He's in incredible shape for a guy his size. He's just an absolute beast. So yeah, just so reliable. And then Davin Gotcha. I'm pretty sure he's going to be starting next to Suh, because I've seen a different depth chart saying that Jordan Phillips is going to be starting, but I'm pretty sure as the preseason closed out, Davin Gotcha was the man starting next to Ndamukong Suh. So Davin Gotcha was a real surprise in the preseason. He's just probably should have got drafted much higher than the 5th round, but he's just really playing well out there. He's just getting off blocks well, getting into the backfield, getting pressure, getting tackles in the backfield, just and really showing that pass rushing talent. Just getting consistent pressures, and just can't wait to see him next to Suh and just wreaking havoc. Really excited of how he can perform next to Suh, especially Suh's going to be commanding a lot of double teams, so that'll be great seeing Gotcha in the one-on-one matchups and just using that speed and power to get to the quarterback. So yeah, hoping for good things for him in his rookie season. And next we got Jordan Phillips, a 2nd round pick from a couple of years ago. He's just a guy who's got all the talent and physical tools in the world, but he just hasn't seemed to put it together. We just can't get consistent play from him, and he just doesn't show that consistent effort. He's just an absolute. He's 6'6" and 330 pounds, just an absolute mammoth of a man, 330 plus pounds, but he just can't seem to put it all together. I just think he's one of those guys who's. It's going to take him a good 3-4 years just to get acclimated to learning how to be a true professional, and just playing with the effort that's needed, and just just being great on and off the field. He doesn't seem like he really loves football. He seems like he's just there for the paycheck, and hoping to get another nice contract, but he's just got to really show that he could be a true professional, and just put it all together and be that beast we all know he can be. And then our other rookie defensive tackle, Vincent Taylor. Another surprising showing in the preseason. He just played incredibly well in the preseason. Just was getting pressure, was taking on blocks really well, filling up gaps that he needed to. I think he's more of a nose tackle. I think Gotcha's more of like a 3 technique, someone who can get to the quarterback. But I think Vincent Taylor, he's going to be a really nice nose tackle. Who knows how the season will shape up, but just going to be battling for playing time with Phillips and Suh, and seeing as Suh really never comes off the field. Those guys are going to be battling to be next to him, but those rare instances where Suh does come off the field, we'll be seeing the young guys going after it. And next, the men playing the outside of the front, our defensive ends. We got Cameron Wake. He's been an absolutely incredible Dolphin for us in his career. We know exactly what we're getting from him. He's an absolute physical marvel at 35 years old. I think you can really attribute his solid play to he's got an incredibly strict diet that he follows, and that's definitely prolonged his career. Much like Tom Brady has, playing Brady having a great season at age 39 and winning the Super Bowl. But yeah, Cameron Wake, we know exactly what we're getting. A player with tremendous power and force just coming off the edge. Definitely think he's going to have another double-digit sack season, and can't wait to see him creating havoc like we've seen from number 91 the past 8 years or so. And then the other starting defensive end, Andre Branch, he's a guy who played really well last year, and he was rewarded with a really nice contract in the off-season. He's 6'5", 250 pounds, someone who's got tremendous burst, just like Cam Wake. He's got a great fast first step, and he defends the run really well. So just can't wait to see him and Wake coming off the edge and meeting at the quarterback. I'm expecting Branch to have a 5+ sack season, so can't wait to see him creating a havoc off the edge. And next we got the run stopping specialist, William Hayes. Definitely someone who just seals off runs incredibly well. He was graded by PFF as the number one run stopping defensive end. Just players of tremendous technique and knowledge. Being a veteran, he just knows how to manipulate linemen and force running backs to go back inside. William Hayes is just going to be great for us this year. Even though he's past 30, I think he's going to have a great season because he just plays with tremendous effort, and we saw in the preseason he just runs full speed non-stop. Even when the ball's 30 yards down the field, he's coming next. William Hayes just plays with tremendous effort, so can't wait to see him out there stuffing runs and yeah, just being that great veteran presence for us on the outside. And also to add to that, he can play defensive tackle too, so that's another plus. You always want your players to be able to play multiple positions, so yeah, he'll be kicking into defensive tackle and doing his thing in there too. And then we got Charles Harris, our number one pick. Charles Harris has just got an absolutely elite first step, tremendous burst. He's got great size. He's got similar size to Cam Wake, 6'3", about 260, between 260 and 270. And he's also got experience playing outside linebacker at Missouri. So yeah, we might be seeing him stepping back in coverage most, but what he does best is just going forward and just using that great talent to get to the quarterback. So can't wait to see that from Charles Harris. So yeah, looking forward to to see how he does in his rookie season. And then we got Terrence Friday. He's another guy. He hasn't had great production, but he's definitely someone who can he's improved every year in the league, and he's just a guy who I saw in the preseason getting consistent pressure. So that's what obviously got him a spot back on the roster. And yeah, Terrence Friday, he looks a lot like William Hayes out there. They've got a similar body type, so hopefully you can learn a few tricks from him, and want to see Terrence Friday just taking that next step and just being an absolute force on the edge. He's had a pretty surprising career, being a 7th round pick from the tiny school that no one's ever heard of, Marist. Yeah, Terrence Friday will be nice for us this year, and can't wait to see if he's improved or if he's the same player. At the moment, it looks like Mark Hull's going to be manning the middle linebacker at the Mike position. Mark Hull, he's a good solid linebacker. He's got nice instincts, but he's a bit on the small side. He's a bit undersized, and he's a bit limited physically. But as we saw last year, he grabbed an interception, but he played pretty solid last year when he stepped in for Kiko Alonso and man the middle. So as long as everyone's playing well around him and everyone's doing their job and playing well off each other, I think Michael will be fine in the middle and will do a solid job for us. He's not an outstanding talent by no measure, but I think he'll be He'll be alright for us in the middle. Moving out to the outside linebacker at the weak side, we got Kiko Alonso, a guy who really just came back to form for us last year. I think he got 160 tackles last year, which is and he missed games too, so he was just absolute force out there, just covering ground, and I think that's the main reason why we've moved him out of the middle, just letting him run more free on the outside, and just using that speed and athleticism. He's very fast for a linebacker. He really moves like a safety out there. He's got great speed and great instincts, and he really knows how to tackle. He really closes and just really wraps up and takes guys down. So exactly what we need on the outside, just running down those running backs and just covering the flats and covering running backs and whoever else comes his way, which I think he'll be fine with. He's great in zone coverage too, as he's shown. He's gotten multiple interceptions throughout his career, so I think he's going to be great kicking back into zone coverage and picking off some passes. So Kiko Alonso is going to be holding down that spot and doing he'll be doing what he does best, chasing down guys and just wreaking havoc. And then strong side starter, the other outside linebacking spot will be Lawrence Timmons. Absolutely, he's played Mike most of his career, but I'm pretty sure he'll be fine out there on the strong side. Just a great, solid. He's a first round pick back in 2007. He's been very reliable for the Steelers. Getting 100 tackle seasons the past 5 years. He's great at blitzing, which we haven't had that for many years. He's great at blitzing, great at running. He's great at defending the run and just really coming downhill and punishing ball carriers, which is exactly what his main assignment will be on the strong side, just to rush the quarterback and be in there and running downs and just being that big, strong linebacker that he's been for the past 10 years. A great pickup for us. And he's been very surprising. He's been running around like a 25-year-old. I didn't know he was that fast. So he's been playing really well. He's going to be great for us. And if something happens at Mike, or if Ray Maalagu from the Bengals doesn't pan out, then I'm pretty sure, or if Mike Carl starts struggling, I'm pretty sure that Lawrence Timmons he'll be able to go. He'll be able to step in at middle linebacker and really hold down the fort for us. And backing up those three will be Chase Allen, Ray Maalagu, and Justin March Lillard. Chase Allen's a big physical linebacker. He's 6'5". Hopefully the top three don't go down, but Chase Allen definitely did show out in the preseason, and he showed to be a capable option for us, and he'll definitely be helping on special teams. And then Ray Maalagu, he's been the middle linebacker for the Bengals for many years. I never really thought he was an outstanding linebacker, but he's definitely a big physical Mike who can do his damage in the trenches and use that big frame to just get off blocks and get to the ball carries and do his job there as Mike. And then Justin March Lillard, I'm not really sure. I haven't seen much tape on him, but from what I've heard, he's a great athlete, similar to Neville Hewitt, but he's a great athlete with good speed and definitely someone who could play outside linebacker, and his talents will definitely be used on special teams. So got that to look forward to. Alright, so moving out from the linebackers, next will be the cornerbacks. Two starting outside corners will be the boundary corners, will be Byron Maxwell and Xavier Howard. Two very capable guys. Xavier Howard being our second round pick from last year. From what's been said of him in the preseason and in training camp, he's been just covering everyone really well and just covering them like glue, sticking to him like glue, and just using all that talent he has to cover guys. Xavier Howard, he's not overly big at 6'6", but he plays bigger than his size, and he's incredibly strong, and yeah, he just plays incredible man-to-man coverage and really tackles well. He tackles like a safety or a linebacker, and yeah, you're not worried about him getting tackles broken down, getting broken tackles on him. So he'll be good there. And Byron Maxwell, another guy I'm very confident in. He came on very strong last year in the second half. He did struggle in the early portion of the season, but he did come on well for us in the second half and showed why he was given that big contract a couple of years ago. Yeah, he's just got the size and everything you want at that outside corner. So excited to see how he does this year. And then Ultron Werner will be our next guy from the Buccaneers, and he's definitely impressed the coaching staff. I didn't think much of him coming over, but yeah, he's been very solid in training camp, and be someone competing for snaps and another capable guy to step in if someone gets injured. And then Bobby McCain, who will most likely be our nickel corner, but although Ultron Werner can play the nickel, but it's great to have two guys that can both play the nickel. It'll just be the best man will play the nickel. So and Bobby McCain, he really improved last year. He's got that dog mentality. He's got terrific speed. He plays with great physicalness and physicalness. He's got a great physical mentality, and he's just a solid nickel. And then the next guy down on the depth chart will be Cordrea Tankersley, third round pick. The coaching staff has been really impressed by how good of a corner he was. I was thinking that when we drafted him, he was going to be more of a player that will sit most of the time in his first year, but he's shown to be a very capable cornerback, very talented. He's got great size and athleticism, and it can play great man coverage, and pretty much like a Byron Maxwell clone, both being 6'1" and being from the same school. Take that as you would, but I don't know. Maybe similar pedigree, coming from Clemson, a big school with good pedigree and coaches. But the future's looking bright for Cordrea Tankersley. He's going to be a nice corner for us. And then Walt Aikens is also being listed as a corner. He's played mostly safety. He did come to us as a corner from Liberty University. So he's been converted now back to playing corner. They thought that his size and speed would be... this was the previous administration under Philbin. They thought that he'd be best suited as a safety, but although he has all the physical tools in the world, he was just struggling with knowing the concepts and just knowing his assignments. He was getting caught up way too much and was just losing his man, and we just couldn't rely on him to get the job done back there at safety. So he's being moved back there at corner. We'll see how he does. Definitely know he's going to be a beast on special teams. He's great as a gunner on special teams. He's tremendous speed and really covers well on punt returns. So we can rely on him in that department. But just hoping he's improved and hoping that he'll show to be a solid corner. So that's the corner position. Next, moving on to our safety position, and rounding out the secondary at the safety position should be Rashad Jones and Nate Allen. Rashad Jones, we know exactly what we're getting from him. One of the best safeties in the league. Someone who can come down the box and tackle. He can defend the run. He's tremendous in pass coverage, in the zone, coverage, playing over the top, just tackling like a linebacker. Absolute beast of a safety. And Nate Allen, the veteran from the Oakland Raiders. I wasn't sure what we're going to get from him coming over, but he's shown to be a solid veteran, someone that can get the job done. Just like Mike Thomas did last year for us playing safety. He's not an outstanding player like Rashad Jones or McDonald, who we signed to a 4-year extension, but Nate Allen, you can definitely rely on him, given that help over the top and just communicating with the rest of the defense and just executing his assignments and just holding the fort down till McDonald gets back from his 8-game suspension. So pretty confident in the safety tandem. Just hoping Nate Allen plays well, but from what I've seen, he's been pretty surprising and someone that I think that we will be able to rely on until our real free safety gets back, and that's McDonald. So that's the whole defense as a whole. Couple new faces from last year. Pretty similar defense to last year. Just a couple of changes at linebacker, and most of the rosters are pretty similar. Just from a few free agents and rookies, but I think we're definitely going to be a great defense this year. The only main thing that's worrying me is just our team not being as well prepared as we were with Vance Joseph. It was just amazing last year with Vance Joseph. Like, he's not an incredible. He is an incredible coach, but we didn't have incredible talent on defense. But I just knew every single week going in that Vance Joseph had the team ready, and I just knew that we weren't going to make many mistakes and we're going to play well as a defense. So just hoping that Matt Burke can be as good as Vance Joseph was as a coordinator. So hoping that our defense just plays well and gets the ball back to the offense and does their job. I was going to review special teams in another video, but I think I'm just going to include it in this one. So just going to go over our special teams now. Punt returner and kick returner will be Jakeem Grant. He's currently listed as number 1, and as punt and kick returner. Just a quick point with Jakeem Grant. He's just got to cover punts. Not cover punts. He's got to catch punts well and just not get any drops. We can't afford any drops from him catching punts. So Kenyon Drake, another solid guy, returning kicks, and he hasn't really returned punts in his career, but he is listed as a second punt returner, so we'll see what he's got as a punt returner, but we know what we're getting from him as a kick returner. Someone who's just incredibly dynamic and an absolute burner when returning the ball. And a third kick returner, someone who's very capable too, Damian Williams, a running back. He's definitely a solid returner too. And also third punt returner listed is Sonoris Perry. He had a couple of nice returns in the preseason, so he's definitely capable of returning punts. And our new kicker, Matt Hack, the left-footed punter. I was surprised they went with him over Matt Dahr. Matt Dahr has been a very solid punter for us, especially in his rookie year, getting plenty of kicks inside the 20-yard line and just being a solid undrafted free agent. But they obviously decided to go with the left footer, and if he was better than Matt Dahr, then I'm expecting great things from Matt Hack. And also another surprising move was picking up Cody Parkey off waivers and waiving Andrew Franks. Cody Parkey definitely wasn't great against us, missing 3 field goals last year and losing the game for the Browns. But besides that, he's been a very good kicker the last 3 years in his career. He's been pretty accurate from around 50 yards, and he's a strong leg who we can rely on to get the job done as a kicker. It's very underrated how important the kicker is on a team. Kickers can obviously win and lose games, so we definitely want to make sure we made the right decision there, and Cody Parkey gets the job done. So that's our defense and special teams. Looking forward to the season. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Fins up, baby. Yeah!